All right, thank you for all the kind comments. Thanks for all the views. You're helping this channel grow. I'm going to continue the series of the fragrance battle. Yeah, I don't know what that was either. I apologize in advance. But anyhow, I love doing these. I think it's fun comparing two fragrances. This time I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to compare two fragrances from the same house and even the same line. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about from Lattafa, we're doing Khamrah. We're doing both the original Khamrah and the new coffee one. So I think this would be a fun one because I get asked all the time questions, which one I prefer. What about this one? What about that one? Let's just answer it all right now. First one is the OG. It is just straight up Khamrah. For those of you who don't know, Khamrah smells similar to Angel Share. I'm not saying this is a clone of Angel Share. It's not a one-to-one. It's in that family. So it's like a cousin of Angel Share, if that makes sense. It smells very similar. It has that kind of cinnamon spiciness to it, that holiday market spice. I don't pick up, so like Angel Share, I pick up an apple note in it. It's like an apple pie. I do not pick up the apple in this at all. So this is more an apple pie minus the actual apple scent. I do get maybe a slight like boozy, like almost like a cognac vibe, but it's not the same. Again, Angel Share, it's a much heavier cognac, which again, for those of you who don't know, Killian is a Hennessy, so I'm sure he's using Hennessy cognac in there, but it used to be really good. I used to enjoy drinking it. You're getting a nice little spiciness to it. I really like it. I think it's a good fragrance. It doesn't last the longest on my skin. I don't get crazy projection or performance with it. That's the one thing I have against it. Versus Angel Share, I do have that. Now, price point though, you're paying like 30 bucks for this. Angel Share, as you have seen hopefully lately, is a lot more. So I get why people prefer this one over Angel Share. I just find this to be an okay fragrance. The other fragrance then is the new one. This is Khamrah, and I say it wrong every time. Is it Qahwa? Is it Qahwa? I have no idea how to say it. It means coffee. So this is basically Khamrah and coffee combined. I am obsessed with this fragrance. This is magic. When I smelled Khamrah, the original, I went, oh, okay, it's okay. When I smelled this, it blew my mind. This is a holy cow. Get it while you can. This is a phenomenal fragrance. This has one of the best DNAs to it. Yes, I am a coffee fan. I like coffee, both drinking and smelling it. But this takes Khamrah to a whole nother level. Performance-wise, I get 18 hours. I kid you not. When I first put it on my skin, I put it on, and then the very next day, I was like timing it. It was like 18 hours when it finally left my skin. This fragrance does not go away. Projects heavily, performs heavily. Holy cow. Love this fragrance so much. Beautiful fragrance. Can't talk enough about it. So those are the two fragrances we're going to talk about. So first, let's talk about the bottle design. Well, literally the same. The only difference is the color of the juice. Now, if I were then to talk about that, if I'm honest, I think original Khamrah looks better. I think the amber looks better than this kind of dark brown. So even though I prefer this fragrance, I'm going to pick original Khamrah for the winner for bottle design, even though technically the design is the same, but hey, the juice makes a difference. So I think the amber looks better than the brown. First point goes to OG Khamrah. Now, atomizer. And I think we all know what's going to happen here. Here is Khamrah, the original. It's not that great. It's okay. It's not that great. Lattafa, you have made way better atomizers. Did you know this was going to be a good fragrance when you made it? Because based off of the atomizer, I don't know that you did. Now, here is my preferred one, the coffee one. I think they actually have a better atomizer. Slightly better. It's not like, holy cow, pressurized, the greatest atomizer ever. I think this is better. So I'm going to pick this for the win. The coffee one gets the win. So now we're tied 1-1. Now, versatility. If I'm being totally honest, the sweet caramel coffee note that comes out in the coffee version, I think makes it more wearable. Yes, it still has that spicy cinnamon, that spicy holiday market vibe of the original Khamrah, but I just find that little sweetness and that little bit of coffee to make this a little bit more versatile. I think I'd wear this more often. Yes, they're the same seasons. You'd wear it in the spring, fall, winter. You possibly could wear it on like a really, really cool summer night. But even then, I'd pick something else, like an Ocean Noir from Michael Malone. Wear something else. But I think this one's a slightly takes the tick for versatility. So I'm going to give this one the win. Longevity, we've already talked about that. Again, I mean, this isn't a bad fragrance. You know, it does have decent performance. I got 6 hours with it though. It wasn't even a good 6 hours either. It was like a 5, maybe even 4.5. And then it started going more skin scent. I had to keep smelling to see if I even have a fragrance on. Like I couldn't smell it. So this one was not the best on my skin versus the 18-hour beast. Now, since that first initial wear, I've worn it again, and I get like 8 to 12. It's usually around that range, 8 to 12, and then it starts to go a little skin scent. This still wins though. So I'm giving this one the edge. Again, it's also the newer one. Who knows? Maybe they reformulated Khamrah. I have no idea. Maybe old batches were better. I have no idea. I just got it when this came out. So this is my first impression with Khamrah. So if they reformulate it, I'm sorry. Maybe old batches were better. But for now, if we're buying today, this one wins. A category I like to talk about is compliment factor. Which one will bring in the most compliments? Because again, most people want to have a fragrance that gives you compliments. Now, if I were to pick between these two, I think the original Khamrah is a beautiful, spicy fragrance. I think you can get compliments with this. I think it would work. I don't know, though. So, again, the issue you run into is it isn't as luxurious as Angel Share, and Angel Share is a compliment pulling fragrance, but I don't find it to be like a massive compliment pulling fragrance. It isn't like you put on Angel Share and all of a sudden everyone is knocking people over to say, what are you wearing? You smell incredible. But it does smell good. This one smells a little bit weaker, a little less luxurious. And again, it's unfair to compare a $300 fragrance to a $30 fragrance. Does it smell 10 times or 100 times worse? No, it smells amazing. So this one will get you compliments. However, this one, on the other hand, because you have that caramel, that sweetness to it, that kind of gourmandness, which again, we're talking Strong With You, The Most Wanted, Scandal. You're now put in that family, and you have that little bit of coffee. I could see this getting more compliments. Now, again, I'm not 100% sure which one. I'm going to give this one again the tick because I just think it's a better fragrance. Both of them are good, though. Both of them can bring in compliments. Both are nice fragrances. I think you're safe with either one. I just think you got a little bit better with this. However, if you run into someone that doesn't like coffee, then they're not going to compliment you on that. So there is that factor that this could also not be a good fragrance for that. But I think in the long run for the masses, you have a better success with the new Khamrah. So at the end of the day, I think the best fragrance is also my favorite fragrance, and it's this one here. Highly recommend it. If you want something that is both a spicy fragrance, you get that holiday spice market, you get that wonderful remembrance. You get that, my gosh, the memory? What word am I looking for? Oh, well, you get the memory of the holidays in a bottle, but you also have a beautiful caramel coffee note, almost like you're having a caramel macchiato while eating a apple pie or just being in a holiday setting. This is, I think, the best fragrance for the two. Highly recommend it. If you want something like that, check out the new Khamrah. I'm not even going to say the name because everyone persecutes me because I say it wrong. Apologize in advance. I should actually learn how to say this fragrance because I love you so much. But the new Khamrah coffee. Highly recommend it. Check it out.